A few weeks ago I started looking for battery spot welders. I didn't want to spend a lot of money, so I came across these MOSFET battery spot welders from China. Now there are a lot of different versions of these, varying prices from $10 to $40. This one happens to be one of the original versions with the actual MOSFET driver instead of the push-pull circuit. But this one needs a 1000 microfarad capacitor from this diode to ground. So in this video we'll be adding that and also thickening up the solder on here, because that is not going to carry much current at all. The only circuit modification that this board needs is a 1000 microfarad capacitor. This will be placed between this side of this diode and a ground, which is located here. So I'll start routing this. Now I'll come back and trim this later when I know that it doesn't contact the negative terminal here. So now we will see if this fits. Wrong way. And it does. So the next thing I want to do is increase the amount of solder here, because that's really not a lot. So I'll just begin filling this in. Okay, so now I've put much more solder on here. It looks pretty bad, but I don't care. It has lower resistance. That's all we need. Now I will start reassembling this, and we will turn it on, and hopefully it doesn't blow up. Okay, so now that I have the capacitor in line, and I've also strengthened up the soldering here, I have connected two 20C 3S LiPos in parallel to hopefully give me close to 50C. Probably should use bigger batteries, but we're going to test it now. Let's go ahead and turn it on. And I have, I believe, 0.12 nickel strip here. So it is currently set to 10E, 10 milliseconds. And we'll test the weld here. Let's see. Oh, okay, definitely worked. It seems like a pretty good weld. Yeah, a very good weld. I'm actually surprised that these LiPos have enough power. Okay, so next we're going to try it on an actual 18650. These are some 18650s I got from a laptop. You can see I put on here the voltage. They don't hold a charge. They're garbage. So I'm going to test on these before testing on my good cells. And I'm going to have to put them in here to hold it. Nickel strip. Still on 10E. I don't know how well this is going to work on an actual battery, so we will see. Contact. Alright. Those are pretty good. Yeah, so it's ripping the nickel strip again, which is what you want. You can only get as strong as the nickel, and then at that point you can't get any stronger. Very good. Alright, just for science, let's crank this thing up. I want to see what happens at 20E. Okay, definitely a lot more. It actually might be. So it didn't burn through, which is good. But might be a little much. Yeah, so let's try 30. Alright, this is probably as high as I'm gonna go. I don't want to fry this thing. Okay, that one definitely burned through. So yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed with this little spot welder. I kind of expected it to kind of level out after I started turning it up, but it seems to get more powerful as I turn it up, which is good. Means I have some headroom. So be sure to stay tuned when I'll be using this spot welder to assemble a pack with these cells. I'll be making a 4S2P pack using one of these cheap BMSs, and so well, I'd like to see how well it does. They were soldered, so I got as much off as I could, but we'll see. Thanks for watching.